Good evening, tubers. Matt Emroy here with Mr. Milo. Hey, Milo. Good boy. Sit. Just trying to get him calm. Give everybody a couple of minutes to join us. Guess Milo doesn't feel like staying, but we'll leave the chair for him just in case. Stephen Barber says hello. No. He knows better. George Blakely is here. Eric Brunhammer is in Middletown, Delaware. Okay, awesome. George Blakely III says, we don't have Lidl here. We do have an Aldi, but Lidl does sound familiar. Yeah, that's going to be the big topic here. I've noticed a lot of people have asked me, what is Lidl? I didn't realize this until, maybe about 2 or 3 hours ago when I was doing some more research, that there are actually only about 300 Lidl stores in the United States. Going off of Google, it says statistics show the estimated number of Lidl stores in the United States from 2018 to 2020. In 2020, Lidl is estimated to have approximately 300 stores. Now, they made that mark and they actually exceeded it. I think they have like about 305, 306 as of this past month. Now, I'm going to wait a couple more minutes to get into the meat and potatoes of this, because I think there are a lot of people out there that are very interested in what Lidl is, and is Lidl better or is Aldi better? Give it a couple more minutes. I think we've got 5 people here right now. Who else is talking? Okay, do not ask me to reread. I am sorry. I did misread that, but it's very hard to do that when it's a live chat. So that will happen from time to time. To prevent that, use all caps, because that makes it a lot easier for me to read. Chet Boulay says, Aldi and Lidl, both near me in Hampton Roads. Yay. Arab, I have never frequented either, so not sure the pros and cons of either. Well, that's what we're going to talk about here in a couple of minutes. Okay, so I'm rereading that now. Eric said, in Middletown, Delaware, they are right across the street from each other. Yeah, they try to do that here, too. As a matter of fact, most of our Lidls and Aldis, even if they're not right across the street, they're within a half a mile of each other, I would say. Tom Wild says, we have Lidl and Aldi here in the UK. Aldi has my vote, though, although I use both. Yeah, that's kind of what we do, too. And they do have their strengths and weaknesses, which I'll get to in just a moment. Oh, that's cool. Eric says they're both a half an hour from him, so it doesn't really matter at that point. You can shop at either one. It really wouldn't matter too much. Well, let me get into what I think the better one is, but at first, let's weigh the pros and the cons. First of all, talking more about Lidl. That one right there, the one a lot of you guys don't really know a lot about. Lidl is just like Aldi in the fact that it was found in Germany. They're both German companies. Let me pull this up real quick. Lidl Stiefnug and Company, I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right, is a German global discount supermarket chain based in Neckarsulm, Germany. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce that. That operates over 10,000 stores across Europe and the United States. Now, mainly they are still in Europe. There are a lot of them in the UK. Again, there's about 300 in the United States. Now, the one thing I like about Lidl over Aldi is their fresh baked goods. Unlike Aldi, which does have bread and some baked goods, but they're all trucked in. They're all prepackaged. Similar to what you would get in like not a Walmart. What's the other one? like the Walmart neighborhood stores. I don't think they actually have bakeries in them either. But Lidl actually has a bakery similar to what you would get into like a full-size Walmart, where they do fresh baked breads, cookies, pastries, even some donuts. Now, it's not a huge bakery, but it's nice to have because a lot of people don't want the bread that's kind of trucked in, because let's face it, that really doesn't taste that great. Even if the bread is only a few days old, in other words, it was baked, early in the week, it's still not as fresh as getting the real thing out every morning. That being said, I will tell you that Aldi does tend to be cheaper. There are some obvious exceptions. A few items that Lidl has, at least in my area, maybe once or twice a month, they'll do the scallops. They're actually frozen scallops that are really good, and you get a bag of them. A bag, I think, is about 6 ounces, so decent size, and they're only $5.99. So that's really, really good. I take it back. I think that is an 8-ounce bag, so it's half a pound for $5.99. So you get a pound for $10 is very, very good. Now they don't do that all the time. But Lidl does tend to have some really good sales like that. As a matter of fact, that'll bring me into my next bullet point here. The Lidl app. Lidl has an app that you can download on your smartphone. Works on iOS and Android. And the cool thing about it is you can actually open that up every week before you go. You can peruse all the deals that they have and see what they have, and you can actually add it to your shopping list, which is really, really cool. But even better than that, when you get up to the register, all you have to do to get the super bargains that are only available to people that have that Lidl app is you open up the Lidl app, you shake your phone, and a barcode appears on the screen, and then the checkout person scans that barcode, and you immediately get all of those deals, which is heads and tails above Aldi. I don't believe Aldi does anything like that, at least not to the best of my knowledge. Charlie Puth says Lidl is a ripoff to Aldi. I wouldn't necessarily call it a ripoff. They are very similar. They share the same platform, a lot of the same ideas. But even if it is a true ripoff, which I question, it's a very good one. I'll have to give them that. Chipotle says, should be an interesting topic tonight. Looking forward to it. I've noticed that Aldi and Lidl near me, i.e. car dealerships, in our area we have a section called Dealership Row. A whole bunch of dealerships in one area, pretty much on one particular street. And that's just the way it is. And they do it for a reason. Competition. We're talking maybe 20 or 25% larger than Aldi. Now, what I do like about Aldi are the prices, specifically on the produce and the boxed goods. Even the stuff like jar sauce, like pasta sauce, things like that tend to be much cheaper at Aldi versus Lidl, and the quality is comparable. Aldi has their house brand pasta sauce, their house brand of quality. It does a lot more with those special bargains. Like I said, if you bring your phone in and you've got an alert, because you'll get alerts for the super buys, as they call them. Once you get to the counter and you scan that phone, you're getting all those discounts. So basically, when you're making your grocery list out, make the list out for Aldi and Lidl. Find out which ones have the best bargains. And believe it or not, sometimes, some weeks, Aldi may have the better bargain on, say, something like those Clorox antiseptic wipes. And the next week, Lidl might have the better bargain. I do have to agree, Harris Teeter has some really good subs, but we're not going to go on to that topic because this is specifically about prefer it. Mark Covington asked, hey, Matt, do Aldi or Lidl sell distilled water? No, they don't. That's actually a very good question. And I was in there the other day looking for it because my heat price is low. We'll be okay with purified bottled water. We don't need to carry things like distilled water and spring water and stuff like that. And you can multiples of the same type of item. You want to go in there and get peanut butter, you have one, maybe two different types of peanut butter to choose from. Usually, you might have 30 different kinds. You have the creamy and chunky, the Jif, the Skippy, all those different mustard tastes every bit as good as Gould. I never can pronounce Golden's mustard, like the spicy dark mustard is what we usually buy. But you kind of have to do some research and some experimentation. So if you have one of these places near you, Aldi or Lidl, go in there, buy a few condiments or buy a few of their house brand items and just try it. And I'll try to give you all of my opinions on what is better and what I like. Now, there are certain things there that I don't like, specifically their house brand of black olives in the can. I don't think they're as good as something like okay, now I got to look up the brands of black olives. Hang on a second. Mario's. That's what I was thinking of. They're not as good as like Mario's black olives, which are my absolute favorite. I can't believe I couldn't think of that. I must have just had a brain fart. Let me see. I don't know. I think we're losing the stream here. Hang on a second. Okay. Well, since we have a lull here, I'm going to get into another topic about Aldi and Lidl, and that's their quote-unquote special buys section. If you've ever been in either of these stores, you will go in and inevitably see a lot of non-food items, things that are usually seasonal, things like boots, robes, sweaters, regular shoes, and then household implements sometimes like air fryers, small appliances, air fryers, infrared ovens, candles. And these are usually the same thing in Aldi and Lidl, usually in the middle of the store. In Lidl, they occupy a lot more real estate than in Aldi, but they're what they call special buys. These are items that they'll usually only have once or twice, and that'll be it. You'll never see them again. And you can definitely find some good bargains there. As a matter of fact, last time I was in Lidl, I got this battery bank here, and I think I paid $5 for it. This particular one is a 6,000 milliamp rechargeable battery. So that means I can charge my cell phone up, because my Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus only has like a 4,200 milliamp hour battery and then some. So things like this are possible too. Another thing that I actually purchased at Lidl were these Silvercrest Bluetooth headphones. And yes, Lidl's electronics brand is Silvercrest. Aldi's is, hang on, I can't think of the name right now. Somebody will tell me, but Lidl's one is Silvercrest. And these are really cheap too. These are like $15, and they're decent quality. Now, granted, these are never going to be as good as like a Beats by Dre or a pair of Bose headphones. But they're decent. The battery still holds a good charge. Haha. I love that, Eric. I'm going to read this one out loud. He says, you can tell it's the new year because all these special buys are all diet and exercise crap. Yeah, it is. And they usually go by the season, stuff like that. Building a new Aldi's by him. Oh, yeah. Aldi's really, really doing a massive expansion program right now, even more so than Lidl. Now, now for about 10 years, but Lidl have only been in the U.S., I think, for a little over a year now, and they kind of spread themselves too thin. They're mostly on the East Coast, and what's happened is they just opened too many stores, and they're not able to sustain them right now. So they're having a lot of issues. Now, at the end of the day, I hope they do make it because we really do like Lidl. Mom and I shop there on a regular basis. I would say percent Lidl It might, and these were bananas that were green when I bought them. So you could tell they're not the greatest quality, 88 cents. And when you buy a whole pineapple for 88 cents, you really can't expect too much. And sometimes they are good. Sometimes they'll last, a week or so, but lately, we went to Aldi, rotten banana almost. So you really got to look at what's better in your area. And a lot of say Aldi product, whereas say Lidl came in later on, Lidl might go to that same farmer or co-op and say, well, we want to get some product from you too. And they'll probably say something like, well, we can't because all of our product, all of our crops are promised to Aldi. So Lidl will have to go look elsewhere and for their product. And a lot of times it's stuff that's not local. It's stuff that travels out of state. And that's when you get the produce that just really isn't all that fresh. Sam Heron says hello. Chipotle said, it just got better for me, the stream, that is. Well, thank you. I do my best. I'm sure YouTube does its best to make these streams as high a quality as possible, though lately they seem to be lacking a little bit. So we got 10 watchers and 8 likes. That's awesome. I'm so glad that you guys are here, but help me out a little bit. I want your opinions. If you've shopped at either of these, let me know what you guys think, because at the end of the day, I need information too. I'm giving you all of my thoughts about these two stores. Now that's odd because cats usually don't like fire. Yeah, he's nervous. See how close he gets. In our house too. Chipotle asks, how does the dairy sell? Generally, Lidl and Aldi have excellent milk products. They have really good quality eggs. I get my half and half from Aldi all the time, and it's always fresh and delicious. And that's just because those are products that they sell very quickly. So they always have to replenish them. So chances are if you buy well in excess of a month, let's say. So in other words, you're not going to, it's not like if you go to the Quickie Mart. I know it's good on my end, so I don't know what the heck's going on. I think a lot of it has to do with people being. Let me make sure I didn't miss any of you guys here. He's still up there. I can't believe he's still up there. Daniel Maggio says, hey, Matt. Hello back to you. Hope you're doing very well. This so close to New Year's Eve. I want to say it's New Year's Eve, but it's New Year's Eve, New Year's Eve. Looking at the candle, it says it's YouTube. I'm going to go live later and just see how I do. Yeah, I think there are just way too many people live streaming right now. Yeah, Chet Milo is definitely doing well. He's still a stinker. He does a lot of things he shouldn't do, but hopefully the kitten will go out of him very soon. I can't be less destructive at that point. I-386 says, Christmas Eve times how many days? Well, 6 days now? Yeah, I'm actually going to end the stream because everybody says that it's kind of lagging right now. I was hoping to do a little bit more. But those are if you have a Lidl and an Aldi in your area, that you try out both of them and find out for yourself which one you like better. Now, when you do that, I'm pretty sure you're going to do the same thing I did and realize they're both excellent stores in their own right. What, baby? He got awfully close to that. All right, tubers. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Even though it was a